So a few days ago, I hosted an Among Us tournament within my Discord server for all my viewers and my friends. The winner would get a special role that would give them extra giveaway entries. So let's see who won and who lost. Make sure to join the Discord server if you want to take part in events like these. Alright, so game one, I got very lucky. I managed to get the imposter. I got the phantom role, which isn't really my favorite. But yeah. So starting off, I checked I had the admin swipe card, so I went ahead and faked that. I then sabotaged comms so people wouldn't see the taskbar didn't move up when I completed the task. Completed, of course, being in apostrophes. I'm horrible at fixing comms. Like, it's the one sabotage I can't fix. Regardless, I started going around faking my tasks, closing doors, and yeah, I saw Lime vent. Yeah, so I just kind of said during the emergency meeting, I said Lime vented, and was probably an engineer to gain the trust of the teammates. Now I could have killed Hootie right there, but I was like, me and Zex are the only one on the left hand side, so it's gonna look little bit sus on either of us. So right now I just closed all the doors. I was like, yup, let me quickly kill someone in electrical and then just phantom away to the right side of the map. So I see Moon there. I hit the phantom. I go a little bit behind the wall so anyone walking in won't see me. And I'm just running up to the opposite side. I decide not to push my luck and I check where everyone is. First of all, I see there's three people in cafeteria. So I call an O2 so that everyone's dragged to the right hand side. And people see me on the right, so they're like, oh, he didn't kill. And Moon's body gets reported. So we were doing the emergency meeting on Discord because some people didn't have free chat, so we were just typing on Discord. But what basically happened was we were all saying like where we were, who we thought was safe. Cyan started sussing out Zex. He was like, "Oh, he's the imposter." But Zex very sneakily put the suspicion on Cyan, and then Pineapple was like, "Oh, it's Cyan, it's Cyan," and then everyone started waiting for Cyan. I said, "Okay, let's skip." But then I immediately said, "Or we can vote Cyan, I guess, but we're gonna lose," which makes me look even more clear. We ultimately skipped this round and we didn't vote anyone out. However, I made myself look much more clear and I actually got, I think, Joyboy or someone to say I was fully clear, which is great because now no one suspects me. Let's go on to the next round after this. Alright, so this round was like really scuffed. So the game started, sorry, the round started, and I just started like moving around. I was trying to find a kill on someone, following Pineapple around, faking my task. I did it instantly, and as soon as I saw the taskbar go up, I just sprinted. I thought Pineapple was gonna go up and call a meeting because the taskbar only went up when he did the task. But yeah, whatever. He didn't do that. I then tried locking Pineapple in the storage, but he just phased through the door. And this is the moment where I got kind of cooked. So I went to go vanish just as the doors closed, but I did it a little bit too early. And Joy Boy saw, so Zex kind of had to kill him. Now, I was already moving to the left, and then for some reason Pineapple popped out the vent and kind of reported the body. So yeah, I was in hot water. However, nothing that bad actually happened because the sus was already on Cyan and Pineapple didn't see anyone. So we just ended up voting Cyan out and that basically reduced the player count down to 5. So all we needed was one kill to win. So I called comms just as the cooldown for the meeting was about to go, and I was gonna go out and I was gonna troll people, and like, oh yeah, I'm the imposter, but Zex got the kill. We won the first game. That's that. Let's move on to the second one. Alright, so in this game, I got probably my favorite crewmate role, which is the tracker. I love making insane plays with this. So, right off the rip, I hit a little tracker as I passed by on Delta, but I probably shouldn't have done this because I was so confused. Like, I don't know why Delta's walking like this. I actually never got the chance to ask him, but Delta was like wiggling, wobbling all over the place. Bro was going everywhere. Like, look at this. He's not walking straight. He's walking like he's drunk. And then he called a meeting. Now everyone said it was pineapple because he like shapeshifted or something, but it wasn't pineapple. So we just kicked out an innocent crew member. However, this round it was only 6 people when playing one imposter. So yeah, it wasn't really that hard. Like, sure we got one crewmate out, but there's like 4 left, right? Surely we don't sell this, right? surely, and surely this isn't foreshadowing, right? 100% this isn't foreshadowing. Anyways, R.I.P. Pineapple, I guess. Since Joy Boy was the main person who kind of uh took out Pineapple, kind of made it that Pineapple was sus. I tried putting a track on him, but for some reason I put it on Delta again. S And I already knew Delta was probably not the imposter. So I had to quickly rectify that and check what Joyboy was doing. I saw him in medbay just kind of standing there. I don't know what he's doing, what he was doing standing there. I was like, he might be the engineer. And he did vent. And I was like, maybe it is Joyboy. But he didn't vent again. He was just staying on cam. So I'm like, okay, this doesn't seem like an imposter kind of move. He's not venting around. So I see him moving towards the right side of the map, and I decided to just wait in admin so the imposter doesn't see me and I can safely look at this. I check that my cooldown's like gone, like I can't track him anymore. I do a little sneaky little trick. I go to the um the admin board and I see where Joyboy is moving. I see he's in navigation, he's just left. He's gone up into weapons, and I see right there, upper engine, there's a kill, a noisemaker that occurred, and Joyboy was on the right side of the map, which I saw. And now I conveyed that information straight to the crew, and I instantly knew it was Cyan. But Joyboy made it a little bit confusing. It was like, oh, I was an upper engine, and I was like, wait, Joyboy, did you like switch places with Cyan or something? There was like some switcheroos, some venting action that was going on. But no, it just got cleared up. You know, he cleared the entire thing up, and we voted out Cyan, and eventually won the game. Beautiful tracker by myself, if I do say so. Let's get into the next round, which is going to be the final one for this video. This game is the most absolute cinema game you've ever seen before in Among Us. This is a 1 versus 4. No one has won this before. Alright? In every single game we've played with just 4 people, no one's won it. I'm gonna talk you through how I managed to beat the odds. I managed to become the best Among Us player in my server. So I immediately went into comms and shapeshifted into Joyboy. However, I ran to the real Joyboy immediately. I've entered away. Joyboy's body was instantly reported. Yep, not too good. So we started telling everyone our locations, and since there were no um like quick clear susses, we just ended up skipping this round. But but the detective did check me. They revealed themselves. They did check me, to see if I was in navigation. But you see, I had just vented into shields. Yes, I vented into shields. So I just told them I was in shields. I was doing part 2 of the electrical task. The one where you put the sliders up and down. I was doing part 2 of that in comms, and I was just moving to shield. And yeah, when the detective checked me, well, you'll see what happens later. Anyways, let's skip this voting phase, whatever we just skipped right now. Okay, my bad. We actually voted Delta out. So someone voted Delta, and then I voted Delta as well, just to like see. Anyways, Pineapple. This was utterly brilliant. Pineapple went for visuals. I tried blocking Cyan's pathway, but Cyan, oh my god, it was so peak. So at this point, Cyan was literally saying, "Yes, I am clear," because Cyan was the detective, and he was like, "Oh yes, he was in field. He did not kill Joyboy." So he was like, "It must be green then." Cyan was like, "It must be green," even though green did scan. So we were all publicly clowning on him. It was like, he did a visual task, so he's clear. So naturally, the suspicion fell on Cyan. Oh my god, it was absolute cinema. I tricked the detective into thinking I was clear, and then the detective got voted out because they didn't know anything about visual tasks. Oh my god, it was so cinema. But yeah, I managed to somehow maneuver my way out of here, and yeah, pretty nicely done in my opinion. But yeah, that's the video. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. I am going to be hosting more of these events things. Maybe some more Among Us games. Probably going to do other games like Gartic Phone. Might be a little bit fun. Do some more server events, do some videos. Check out Joyboy's video when it releases. I don't know when it's going to release, but I'm sure he has something interesting planned up there. And I did end up winning this myself because I got the most wins. However, Joyboy got second place, so I gave him the role. That's all for today. Make sure to join the Discord if you want to join more events later on. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.